You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
Hello, everyone. How are all of our fashion people doing today? We're here. This is Fashion 411. It's time for more fashion on Friday. We have a special guest host sitting with us today, celebrity stylist Daniel Musto. He's going to dish about award season and all his tips and tricks for the spring. So let's just go around the room really quickly and everyone can introduce themselves. Let's see, across the table I have...
I am your host guide, Erica Garcia Rojas. I feel like it's been so long since I've been here.
I know.
And I'm so glad to be back.
Your first show of the year.
My first show of the year,
Yes.
and I am pumped and excited. We're going to have a good show.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. I'm your host, Courtney Stewart. I was here last week. And I miss Erica. So we're glad to have her back and glad to have Daniel today.
And I am Deanna Vaughn, and I'm also glad to have Miss Erica back in the studio. And I'm also glad to have this lovely gentleman sitting next to me. Introduce yourself.
I'm glad to be here too. I'm Daniel Musto, and I'm the only boy in the room, and that's the way I like it.
Yay.
One penis.
Oh, my God, Deanna.
I actually have two penises, so there's two penises in the room.
Strangely enough,
It's a
I
different
saw
show,
a posting
guys.
about that. Yes, that's a different show. But we want to remind you guys to be sure to download our show on iTunes. It's 100% free, and because of you, we are the #1 fashion podcast on iTunes. So thank you very
Still
much.
doing it.
Still doing it, and we owe that all to you guys. And you can also follow us on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411. Did I say that right?
Yes, you
BHL
did.
For Fashion 411.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
BHL
it.
Fashion 411. So, because we talk fashion and sometimes we have pictures, and I know it's fun to follow along, so you can check us out there. And you can also check us out on blackhollywoodlive.com. So, we've got some new stuff for you guys. You know, since it's a new year, we thought we'd, add some freshness to our show. So, first off, calling it lookbook. You know how lookbooks, you can look at fashion and see what's happening. Well, last week, I started letting you guys know what the most wearable spring 2014 trends were. And of course, I've got a lot more. So let's get started with some more of those trends. First up, we have luxe sweatshirts. So no longer do you have to run around in that simple, boring heather gray sweatshirt when you just want to throw on something comfortable. Now it's all about sweatshirts that are, made of luxury materials. They've got rhinestones. They've got like different satin inlays. They've got all these great embroidery on it, and it still has the comfort of a sweatshirt. So the picture that you're looking at now from the left is Antonio Berardi, Peter Som, and then Christopher Kane. So that's a spring fashion trend that's easy to integrate into your closet right now. You can run out and get a fancy luxe sweatshirt. What do you think about these sweatshirts, Daniel?
I like the Antonio Berardi one because they're using the mixed materials as well, and I think that that's a fun space to play in. We see a lot of blazers and flannels with the different materials, but it's fun to see a cozy little sweatshirt for after the
Yeah,
gym.
I like it because it's not a sweater, yet it has the comfort of a sweatshirt, and
It
it's
gives
still
the
fun.
Kardashians something to wear on their way out of the gym.
Yes, exactly. Next up, this whole athletic chic look is in. It's here to stay. I think we were seeing a lot of it like with the tuxedo trousered bottoms, in a funky way.
The high top sneakers.
Yeah, the high top wedge sneakers and then the old Letterman jackets from back in the day. Well, that's a big idea for spring 2014. And if you're following along with us in pictures, first up it's Lacoste. And then in the middle we have John Galliano and then Victoria Beckham at the end. How do we feel about this athletic chic trend, you guys?
Looks like you're going to play tennis in these outfits, but, some chicks can pull it off and it'll be cute.
I feel like it's one of those trends that always comes around.
Yeah.
Every summer or there's always a little bit of that athletic Tennessee kind of vibe thing going on, and it's cute.
I like it with the leather jacket. It's cute.
What I like so much about it is that like they're mixing this, you know, casual athletic trend with like people are wearing high heels and they're mixing a lot of jewelry.
They're
and
models,
hats
they're not
with it.
people.
This is true. Feed the models. I know, but it's still an easy way to like you can mix it up and make it look, you know, sexy if you want to, or you know. I like that. Another big spring 2014 trend idea are geometric prints. And kind of like what you just said, Erica, about the athletic trend, this is something I think that always goes in and out of fashion in various degrees. It just kind of depends on the print and how it's colored. But in the pictures we have up here, it's Carolina Herrera, Peter Pilato, and Fendi. And I happen to love graphic prints. I think if you pick the right one, sometimes you have to pick a small one or a big one. I think it can really work, and plus you pair it with solids. How do you feel about graphic prints, Daniel?
I think graphic prints are great on the runway. I think they're great in our real lives, except they always land on the worst dress list because the critics don't understand. Like the Fendi look has the gray orange print with I think it's butterflies on the skirt, which I love together, and I think it's really fun editorially. But the moment someone lands on a red carpet in that, they're going to get slammed, and it's a shame because it's playful and fun and exciting.
How would you say is a good way to wear a geometric print?
If you're gonna wear it and there's critics, whether it's you know, Us Weekly or your mother-in-law, I think pairing a digital print with a solid is always the strongest thing to do. Except it's really fun in that middle look with the skirt and the you know, the sleeve like that. It looks fantastic on the runway. So if there is a really fun art gala you're going to, that's when you can play with it. It's really the situation. Got
it. And then finally, we're going to wrap up the spring 2014 trends. We'll probably have more next week, but just for today, the whole iridescence, like iridescent colors, shades of, you know, purples and greens and blues. I mean, it's like the 80s are back, but it's all over the place. It's in clothing, it's in accessories, it's in handbags and leather goods. Right now we're looking at L'Envol, Marc by Marc Jacobs, and 3.1 Philip Lim. What do we all think about this? Do you think it's more of an evening look or a day look or a look that shouldn't be worn at all?
Crazy.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
It's one of those things where if you're the right person, you can rock it and make it look chic, but it's dangerously close to being tacky and cheap.
I like that.
I think leather goods are safe. I think bags and shoes are safe. I think if you are more than a person with bones with skin wrapped around them, it's going to show every lump and bump. But a killer bag or shoes is great.
And shoes. Accessories.
All right, you heard it here first. If you're going to rock that trend, you do it with accessories. Not unless
leather.
Yes. Not unless you weigh 80 pounds. Okay, so moving on. So we thought this year we would talk a lot more in depth about beauty products and cosmetics and fragrances because, hey, it's Fashion 411 and we all love that stuff. So we want to make sure we bring that to you guys. So every single week we're going to kind of rotate and we're going to talk about, you know, what's happening in beauty. I thought since we're coming off of a big, you know, award season, we had the Golden Globes, we had the SAG Awards, we had People's Choice Awards. I thought we'd look a little bit at what beauty was looking like on the red carpet. So one big trend was bold lips. Let's take a look. So first we have Zoe Saldana. She was at the SAG Awards wearing a nice bold red lip. And then we've got Mindy Kaling. She was at the SAG Awards. Then we have Miss Sofia Vergara. And we've got Kat Graham on the end. And what I like about just looking at all these different ladies is that everybody's a different shade. You know, everybody's like a different shade on the continuum of skin color, yet there's a bold color like that works for everybody.
I was having a conversation. I was at the Levi's party the other night and everybody had the red lip. And a girl came up to me and we were chatting and she said, the red lip is one thing that women love and men hate. I guess it's like, it's all for the girls and not for the dudes. So I personally, I'm a dude, but I'm not making out with chicks, so I like it.
I love it. I'm wearing it right now. I love the red lip.
It's funny because there was a time in my life where I was afraid to wear like a bold color on my lips because I was like, oh my God, my lips are big and it's going to call so much attention to it. But finally I'm starting to embrace it and it looks good on camera, I think, and everything else can be a lot more simple. So I don't know.
And those of us don't have the big lips are super jealous of the big lips.
You're working with something.
You got some full lips now.
Not as much as you.
Yeah, you're working with something.
You can always use more, you know, bigger hair, bigger lips, you know.
Just stay away from the silicone.
Don't put this stuff in it.
Next up, what was big on the red carpets was neutral beauty. So here we've got Camila Alves, Mariah Carey, Ashley Medikwe, and Denaya. I can't pronounce her last name. Guerrera, yeah.
She'll be a first name person anyway soon, so don't even forget
But what I love so much about this is it's subtle, it's, you know, it's understated, but it's still very beautiful. And what I think is funny is that even to look like you're not wearing makeup, you know, you still got to put some makeup on, you know, just to get that really nice neutral look. But that was a really big idea this past couple weeks on the red carpets. Beautiful, easy, simple to wear, and again, looks great on different shades. And then finally, we've got some hair looks from the award season. So first big idea, it was loose waves. So we've got Miss Nia Long, she was at the People's Choice Awards. And then short bobs were all over the place. This picture right here is Garcelle Bouvet, but also, what's her name? Taylor Swift and a couple other people were rocking the short bobs this award season. And then finally, updos were a big idea, and this is Hannah Simone from New Girl at the SAG Awards. So I always think, you know, these hair concepts, usually we tend to see a lot of these on the red carpets because it's like, what else are you going to do? I would love for someone to shock us one of these days, you know, an award event and just give us something that we just don't expect. You know what I mean?
Well, that's for the MTV Awards.
Exactly. That's
or
for the
Grammys
music
coming
stuff.
up.
Yeah, we might get some good from the Grammys.
So that's our beauty beat. Oh, you know, I did want to talk about one quick thing. All right, so I think what we're also going to do is, you know, when we talk about beauty, we're all going to pick a product that we love. So I just tried, it's a nude makeup palette, and it's from Smashbox. It's called Full Exposure. Now, really quickly, y'all, I'm very skeptical of makeup palettes, especially when it comes to eyeshadows, because I find that I don't trust that it's going to look good on my skin, you know, and I never really buy them. I always get the, you know, sample kinds that you get from buying something. But I have to say, I bought this in Sephora. It's a kit of, 14 different shades, and it actually works really well.
Okay, Smashbox, right?
It's from Smashbox. It comes with a double-sided brush, big mirror. It actually came with a sample little mascara, but the colors really work. It's blendable. I feel like I just had my eyes done from a professional, and I highly recommend this palette.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
If any of you guys looking for nude palettes like that, that's a great one. The other one is a Lorac Pro palette. It's fantastic. It's the same concept and has nude colors, and Urban Decay Naked palette. They have 3 of them.
Okay.
Those are like the best palettes out there right now if you're getting like an eyeshadow look. So
awesome. I love this because it works on brown girls, and it comes like mattes and shimmers. So love it. All right. So what do you got up for Style Scoop, Erica?
Okay, guys, we'll go through this real quick. I got a couple of news items for you this week. And the first one is for you Spanx wearers. There's a warning here. Pretty much, according to doctors, this just came out. The super popular undergarment is really not the healthiest decision. The Huffington Post recently published an interesting report on what Spanx is actually doing to the women who wear it. According to gastroenterologist Dr. John Kuemerl, I'm totally mispronouncing that. Not only can tight, constricting shapewear like Spanx contribute to acid reflux and heartburn by pushing down your intestine, stomach, and colon, but it restricts your breathing. You can also get tingling and pain in your legs and increase your chances of getting blood clots. Additionally, chiropractor Dr. Karen Erickson warns that shapewear is not a substitute for having strong muscles. It's important to develop muscle tone because it's those muscles that hold your posture in perfect alignment. Many women use shapewear as a crutch to avoid using those muscles.
Whoa.
So guess everything's got to be done in moderation, including Spanx.
I say that beauty is pain. Okay, people. Wow, that's incredible.
I'll say some folks needs to wear Spanx, and it's okay to wear Spanx some of the time. Maybe you shouldn't wear it every day.
It's not visually healthy for me if you don't.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, but our grandmas wore girdles.
They did.
And corsets were worn. And I understand. I do understand the whole breathing thing because you have those moments. You're like, dang, I cannot breathe. But not to just do it away altogether would suck.
I think what it's referring to is those women, and there are women that do it, that wear Spanx every single day.
I
From
can't
like
imagine
morning
that,
to
though.
night. Like, I'm all for the Spanx if you're, you know,
Trying to
walking a red
smooth
carpet,
and-
going to an
yeah.
event, go to a wedding. But I can imagine that it probably does do your body something if you're wearing it every single day.
Treat your Spanx like your contact lenses. Off by 5.
5.
Wow, that's crazy.
You,
We're just not on every
sweat
day.
it out in them, and then they work it out a little bit, and you get smaller. Maybe.
Okay.
No? If you're wearing them all the time.
I get the tingling thing because that has happened before.
Because it is kind of cutting off your circulation.
just when
That's
you
sort
sit
of the
next
point. So yeah. That's hysterical.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so up next, we've got a new accessories e-commerce site, like we don't have enough already. It's called We the Adorned. It's being launched this spring. The new platform will be a subscription-based, and for an annual fee, members can get access to pieces designed exclusively for the site by designers like Lulu Frost, Lizzie Fortuano, Erickson Bimon, Fenton Fallon, and many more. The site is collaborating with Sarah Jessica Parker, who's going to be selecting a new limited edition piece that will go on sale every Monday. Once it's sold out, it's gone. Co-founder Tim McEloo says they encourage the designers to make their dream piece for the site and will range between $50 to $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So people got to pay to shop, I guess, in this case.
So Jessica's just doing it all. She got her shoes at Nordstrom, and she's doing this now. So she's
I mean,
getting it out there.
she got her perfume.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
she's always
missed
had
her
hand.
old affordable line, Bitten.
It
I
was
know.
so good.
That was so great.
So good.
So,
What's up next?
all right. So up next, Miss Anna Wintour is being bestowed another honor in the fashion industry. This time, the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Center will now be known as the Anna Wintour Costume Center. The title change is fitting as Miss Wintour, as a trustee of the museum, has co-chaired 15 benefits for the Costume Institute since 1995 and has raised about $125 million for the Met over the years.
Wow.
Okay, girl.
Yeah.
And she's got that
Yes.
new show on Ovation.
Yes.
It started this week.
Shoot, where they
The-
picked
the
the designer of the
Yes,
year.
yes,
Yes,
exactly.
I can't think of the name of it,
Yep.
but yeah.
They just started this week.
And I heard her talk, and I was like,
Something
I
fun,
love you.
right?
Yes.
No,
It's for the CFDA, right?
It's a CF, yeah, it's the Institute something. I know we're
Can't think of the
totally
name of it.
botching
We
it.
covered
We'll give
it
you
like
more
a few
de-
months
yeah,
ago,
we
and I
did,
forget
but
the
now
name of it.
it's on.
Yes.
All right, so next up we've got the largest intern settlement to date. Elite Model Management has agreed to shell out $450,000 to over 100 unpaid interns who sued the company for having to work over 40-hour weeks with no pay. Each intern will receive at least $700 in compensation.
That's it.
Poor interns getting worked to the bone.
I mean, good for them that they stood up for themselves
Yeah.
because that happens so much. You
It's a
know, the
cause
free
that
labor
they're-
thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially in the fashion industry, I think it's more prevalent than anything that there's so many young, girls and guys just totally wanting to get in the industry, wanting to be a part of it, whether it's modeling or designing, and they're just willing to work for free, and it's not fair after a while.
And they
gotta
allow
get-
themselves to get taken advantage
Yeah,
of.
it's
For
not
sure.
good. All right. So one of America's favorite leather goods lines is not so favorite anymore. Coach sales in North America fell sharply during the key holiday quarter as the handbag maker continued to lose customers to fast-growing rivals. The handbag line might have better luck in the fall when the first collection designed under its new creative director, Stuart Vivers, hit stores. But until then, Coach will have to make do with a selection many analysts say are stale and less appealing than merchandise offered by competitors such as Michael Kors and Tory Burch. These guys are definitely losing share. Fashion-wise, they're missing the beat, says Edward Jones analyst Brian Yobo.
Coach, I actually used to work with the VP of handbags at Coach. We used to work together. And I know that Coach is a brand. They're not so quick to adapt and change. They like their core stuff. And maybe that's why they're hurting right now because they're not like changing with, their customer and trends and all that. So,
When I saw Coach bags for sale at Target, I think I was in the Midwest somewhere.
Oh,
And they were like in these lucite
Ouch.
boxes, and you had to get them
Really?
unlocked, and it was the classic just monogram. But
Yeah.
like when I saw that, I knew it was over.
It's over.
I think part of the there's two issues. I think there's a fine line between being traditional and staying to your roots and what you're good at, which I think coaches always try to navigate, and being progressive.
Yeah.
So
I love their boots. Like their boots for girls are great.
great
The
boots.
menswear is a little better, but there's something missing because they're trying to be a high-end brand while they're also so mass-produced.
And there's nothing sexy about Coach. You kind of think
No, nothing sexy about their
Well,
logo.
they
either.
water
They should
their
change
own
their name to
brand.
First Class. And I'll wear it.
yeah. I think Coach has definitely watered their own brand down by having so many outlet shops, by having it available, like you said, at places like Target, places that you don't equate with high-end designer leather goods.
Doesn't make it special anymore.
No, it really doesn't, because everyone and their mother, brother, sister, cousin, grandma has Coach. And you're like,
boo. I don't want that.
All right,
that's it.
It's time for our favorite moment in the show is to talk fashion, look at pictures, be a little judgy because it's okay, and then we're also gonna get your whole play.
Judgy,
on.
not pudgy.
Yes. Okay, let's go, Courtney.
All right, hot or hot mess this week. What we have up first is Miss Gabourey Sidibe. She was at the Golden Globes red carpet wearing Michael Costello couture, and Mr. Daniel Musto helped her out.
Yes, I got the call about 6-7 days before the show, and American Horror Story was sending her on her way, and she wanted to look classic like everybody else and wear a simple dress that wasn't a color that would hide her amazing shape. So we played with it and had a great bat sleeve and a material that was really comfortable for her, and we found shoes. Little secret, she always kicks her shoes off halfway through the award show, she said, and ditches them. She'll lose them at the event because she's sick of them. We actually found a shoe that lasted, so that was great.
Nice.
Who made the shoe?
Barefoot
Test. They do unconventional sized footwear for women online. Okay. So they sent us a bunch, and this worked, and now we're getting it in every color.
Okay, good for her.
I love Miss Gabby because, you know, she got a lot of flack, and just the way she carries herself, her attitude, she's a class act.
Until she shows up a size 2, people are going to have things to say.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Those that hide behind their computers had negative things to say, and it's a shame because the real fashion critics in the world had amazing things to say about her for being fantastic. And she got best dressed on Perez and all over. So.
And she's always positive attitude and a smile,
Yeah.
even when people coming at her wrong. So get it, and because she's taking it all the way to the bank, girl.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Was it fun working with her?
Oh my God, we laughed the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know, like with the Spanx on, how she was able to laugh. You know, that's one thing. I do have clients who are like, stop making me laugh. My Spanx don't let me.
Yes, because you're like, oh, I can't. And it's holding your lungs
all
in
different
place.
sizes
Yes,
need them.
Crazy. Yes, we do. But she looked lovely.
Yeah, she did
Yay,
look good.
Gabby. All right, next up, we had another award show. Obviously, the SAG Awards happened this week. So we have a few ladies to look at. First up, we have Miss Lupita Nyong'o, who obviously we're all obsessed with. At least I'm obsessed with, and I assume everybody should be obsessed with her because I'm obsessed. So she rocked this beautiful, like turquoisey Gucci number with this floral decor around her neckline.
Gorgeous.
Damn, she gorgeous.
Yeah, and her makeup matched too. Like
The
it's
makeup,
hard to tell,
the
but her
skin,
eyes. Yeah.
she just floated and looked like a goddess from.
A girl with hair couldn't wear that either, which is great.
'cause
You needed to show
yeah.
that the
That
face
color
shape.
is so pretty.
It was such a great choice, and she looked lovely. In the top corner there, we have Miss Sofia Vergara, who changed it up because at the Golden Globe Awards, she shocked everybody in a big ball gown, and she decided to go back to what we also love from her with this silver sequin Donna Karan Atelier body conscious gown, looking sexy and glowing and sparkling all the way down the red carpet. And I'm loving her honey colored waves in her hair right now. She's doing fabulous things. What do you guys think?
Gorgeous. I think she's the one actress that really, you know, she does that whole body hugging, you know, she knows her shape and she shows it well. And I don't think she's vulgar about it. I think it's tasteful and sexy and it works for her.
I don't know no one that age that could wear the things she wears and look so good. I don't know another person. Sorry, Mom.
That age, half
Sorry,
that age,
Mom.
like.
Sorry to my
Well,
family,
how old
but
is she? How old is she?
She's 40
Something.
right? 42.
I know she's got like an 18-year-old son.
and to wear a slinky dress like that after having a baby, that's metallic, that shows everything. It's insane.
I just like how she just stays true to who she is and like her image. And
She's
like,
so damn funny. When she's on Ellen, I could die. I watched it over and
They're
over.
great together.
Yeah,
it was
they are.
hilarious. All right, one of the more talked about outfits of the evening was Miss Kerry Washington, who wore this pink embellished, we went to a different picture, but she was wearing a pink embellished Prada crop top and this black satin ball skirt. And some people hated it. She's pregos. She's about 6 months along, I believe. So she's definitely showing. But she wore this Balenciaga very plain dress that was kind of matronly, as we discussed last week, to the Golden Globe Awards.
Yeah.
So I personally thought this was at least interesting. I don't love the skirt length and how they did that, but I thought she looked cute with the pink and the crop top thing. I just
like
think
it.
the skirt was a little
It's
bit.
a funny proportion for
Yeah.
a pregnant girl.
Yeah.
To show, like, look at the top of my belly.
Yeah.
But I like that it has has like that fun like nylon magazine appeal.
Yes.
It's young and cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean, she's pregnant, she's beautiful, and like I'm all about like showing the pregnant belly and doing that whole thing. But the proportions were so off, and it was just so awkwardly shaped that I didn't think it looked good at all.
I'm with
I wasn't a
Erica on
fan.
this. I just think it's a little strange, just the bare midriff, the way the skirt hits. I mean, mind you, it is a step up from what she wore on in the Golden Globes because she looked so matronly. She looked like so old. But this, I think the proportions are really weird.
A little weird.
Oh, well.
A little split.
Who else we got?
All right, we got Miss Oprah down in the corner there. She was rocking a lovely purple Badgley Mishka dress. And it was a little asymmetrical neckline there and with embroidered, or I can't think of the word because I don't speak English right now, embellished. A little design right at basically at the boob. And she did the big Oprah wavy hair that I'm in love with, and I thought body looked good, color looked good, and she did pretty well.
She looks like she's losing weight.
Yeah, this is like Oprah's time to shine, and she's really pulling out all the stops. Like she wearing an outfit that just perfectly accentuates her body. She looks like she's lost weight. Her hair and makeup look amazing. I just think she rocked it.
Yep.
She did amazing.
Great job, Oprah.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have the confused soul that is Mariah Carey that we have loved for years, but this girl has just always been an interesting struggle on the red carpet, and she was wearing this black Saint Laurent one-shoulder mini dress with some fingerless gloves, and that's all I have to say about that.
In this picture, it looks like she's pulling her dress down.
Something.
Like, you know what I mean?
Daniel, do you know this? Does she have a stylist, or does she just like...
She does. She has people. She has people making, but she's one of those, I know what it's like to be in the room with the person who had their assistant go out to get the gloves because they knew the stylist wouldn't approve of it, and then they throw them on last minute, and suddenly, like it happens all the time where people that are powerful get their way.
Yes.
And
it's been said in the past that she would do things to her outfits, like the stylists were just like, what?
What are you doing?
And then the designers would be upset and not want to lend her dresses.
She and Britney Spears are on the same do-it-yourself blogs.
Yes.
They're like reading the same do-it-yourself stuff.
Wow.
They've got the Instagram and the Pinterest, like, ooh,
That's
you know,
gonna
make
be
my
cute.
own gloves.
Oh, well.
So what would you have done a little differently for Miss Mariah down here?
I think she should have worn the neckline's okay. It's a little wide the way that it looks, but if it was to the floor without the gloves, I'd be fine. Literally no jewelry, throw a ring on the hand that's on the opposite side of the strap and be okay. It would have been fine because her makeup was great in the nude story that we showed.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, try again next time.
Hated it.
She might be at the Oscars because obviously she was in 12 Years a Slave, so we'll see what she does next time. Next up, we had the Critics' Choice and the Producers Guild Awards that we'll go through just really quickly. Miss Aisha Tyler was on that red carpet, and she had on a black, we're going on the wrong pictures, but we can skip forward because this is, we'll go back. So Aisha Tyler was hosting the Critics' Choice Awards, and she wore a black and nude long sleeve beaded Tadashi shoji gown, and she looked amazing with the bright lip that we were just talking about, had her hair pulled back. I don't know that I've seen her look better on a red carpet.
Yeah.
So I thought she did a great job. Great job. And then next up, Miss Terry Seymour was at the Critics' Choice Awards. Oh, no, sorry. She was at the Producers Guild Awards. And she was actually interviewing people on the red carpet for extra. And she wore this orange strapless sweetheart neckline shorter dress. And it was a little confusing to me because it looked a little bit casual because even at the Producers Guild, people were still in tuxes and formal wear. So I was a little unsure why she chose that. It was a beautiful dress, a great color on her, and she looks lovely, but it was a little...
Those buttons confuse me.
Buttons, and there's also bows on her hip line.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it was an interesting look. Choice. And last but not least, we don't get to cover the guys very often because they don't often make interesting decisions, but this time...
Someone would beg to differ.
Some people they don't get to get photographed as much as they should, especially in that plaid jacket he's wearing right now. But Pharrell was at the Critics' Choice Awards, and he wore a tuxedo jacket and these navy trousers that he rolled up. So he kind of did this, like, I'm casual, but I'm wearing a tux sort of.
Sixth member of One Direction, you know.
And no socks.
No socks.
No socks and a heavy-looking shoe.
He's very Pharrell.
What are your thoughts on like guys in no socks?
I think there's a place for it with denim. I don't see that it works well here. And I see he's fallen victim to what I fall victim to on the carpet all the time, is the crooked bow tie. No matter how many times I check it, I go home and check wire image, because I do that. And my bow tie's always damn crooked.
Aww.
But From the waist up, I like it. I don't know about the bottom.
Yeah, the no socks thing's really bothers me.
And the pant's not slim enough. If he wants to really do that, it needs to be sharp and tailored like a Dior own look.
Like he did it for real.
I'm curious to know, what else can a man wear on a red carpet and look appropriate outside of a black tux? Because women, we have so many options and choices, colors and length.
Exactly.
And what else can a man wear?
There's tie bars, which are fun. The pocket square, which everybody does. I also like throwing a vest under something that's a different texture or material. You can wear the same tux 3 times, 3 different ways if you have different stuff going on with it.
You heard that, guys?
That's
Try
the way
it
to do
out.
it. I also have these fun shirts I got on ASOS.com that are like $25, and they have tie bars that spin underneath the tie and the collar with spikes coming out of it. So that's a fun way to change up your shirt.
Oh,
I have it in every color. For $25, I better.
I feel like men just don't have a lot of options. You know, it's all black, you know, or gray, you know.
It's not that exciting. Or they roll up their pants randomly.
Yeah, but they'd still look hot.
True.
They do look good. They do look good. It'd just be nice to see something a little different.
different.
See what they
look great
try.
in a
See them
tux
try.
and a
Yeah.
suit.
All right. And to wrap it all up this week on social media, for those of you guys that don't know, Sundance has been going on, and there's been amazing things happening at Sundance. Lots of great movies, lots of great stars, and some interesting choices with fur. So we just have a little pictorial on fur at Sundance. First up, we have a guy with a fur hat on that is like the size of somebody's bear in their backyard, I guess. Like, I don't know what was going on, but it's that trend with the tails
Those
coming
things
all
are
the way
really
down.
popular.
It's huge. We have Miss Tiana Paris, who's promoting her movie Dear White People, and she was rocking a fur vest, which we saw lots of at Sundance. Down in the bottom corner, something that confused me a little bit were the ladies in their mini skirts and their fur boots. They were very fitted tank top, cheap looking dresses, and lots of fur boots running around at Sundance.
So I was actually at Sundance,
Eric was
and
This is you right here, right?
That's me.
Yeah, that last one
That's
is
me.
underwear with
Yeah.
fur on the crotch for men.
But there was, from what I saw, there was fur, but it was a lot more casual than I actually thought it was going to be. It was my first time at Sundance. It was very casual, and it was all about, you know, being in Sundance, being warm, having the jackets and all that. You did not see girls like that dressed in little dresses, even going out to the parties. People, I was surprised at how casual they were. Even at some of the best parties, they still did like the tights and the black dresses and like the jackets and things like that. So I'd say the nicest thing going on in fashion there was fur.
It was fur.
But the rest of it was very casual.
It kind of takes me back to, remember when Uggs first came on the scene?
Yeah.
You know, everybody's wearing like those Ugg boots and they were wearing it with like dresses and stuff like that. Kind of takes me back to that
I
time.
used to wear them to the beach.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
I
Right.
hated
Just like
them,
that.
and I still
There's no
do.
better way to walk.
I was just gonna say I still do.
I still do.
Walking in the sand with an Ugg on changes your life.
I
though.
just don't understand it. I never understood it, and I don't think I ever will.
Well,
But they're
living in New
comfy.
York City, I had them, but I wore them for a purpose because it was cold as hell. I wasn't wearing them to try and look, oh, I'm going to go to the beach. No, I
Well,
wore
I
them.
think like people. I mean, I am so guilty. I'm so guilty. I have like 6 pairs of Uggs, and I live by the beach, and I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
But I am legitimately cold.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Erica's
Like,
cold
legitimately
all the
cold.
time.
I am cold, and I love my Uggs, and I have them everywhere because it keeps me warm.
Yeah.
So I can never fault the Ugg trend, and I will forever
Alright.
have
It
Uggs
is what
in
it
my heart.
is. But to close it all out,
yeah.
we have our person to watch for the week, and we selected a very attractive young man by the name of Brandon P. Bell. He's currently at Sundance promoting the film he's starring in, Dear White People. And the reason he was selected is not necessarily because of his current style, which he's doing all right. He tried at Sundance, and he had some decent looks. We have him photographed in his gray old man sweater and some mustard-colored pants. But he's young. He's a former soccer player, which I thought was exceptionally hot. And he's a
player
very good actor,
Like
and I
Juan
think we're
Pablo.
going to start to see a little bit more of him on the red carpet. So it'll be interesting to see what he pulls out of his style sort of moving forward, because like with Pharrell around and things like that, some men want to try some things, and hopefully he will do the same. So we will keep our eye on Mr. Brandon P. Bell.
Nice. Before we wrap everything up, I want to hear from Mr. Musto. Who do you think are the ones to watch, this year for style? Like, who should we keep our eye on?
And at the Oscars.
Yeah, and for the Oscars.
For the Oscars, I'm looking forward to, oh God, what the hell are these people's names? You know, when you're like, I know their first name. I think it's always interesting to see what Jennifer Lawrence does, because no matter what, whether it's a good choice or a bad choice, it's always a risk. So that's fun to see what's next. I think sometimes people will dress themselves in something that's not as fabulous for the Globes so that their Oscars look looks even better.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. You know?
Yes.
And so she could be great. And then there's a lot of newcomers too. I even am excited to see like into the summer what Kerry Washington does once the baby happens.
Yes.
Because there's always a shift. You know, once you have a child, I think that your image of yourself changes. So I'm looking forward to seeing some spring and summer looks on her when she gets she's all trim already. Like there's just like a baby in this little Olsen twin
pocket.
body. So yeah,
That's a good one.
And who do you think could use a little improvement with their red carpet choices?
I think if Mariah's at the Oscars, I think we'll see. I think she is one to read what happens on the internet and see what's on TV. I think she'll respond well and hopefully do something more simple. And I hope she works with the nude tones in her dress too.
Call you.
All right, yes, Mariah.
310.
Call Daniel Musto. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week. And thank you to our special guest host, Daniel Musto.
Thank you for having me, as always.
We had a lot of fun. Make sure you guys download our show for free on iTunes. Also, make sure to check us out on Instagram, BHL Fashion 411. And where can we find everybody? Let's go around the table.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamEGR.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet.
Stalk me on Instagram at Daniel Musto.
Stalk him. And you can also stalk me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Me, Deanna V. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.